What's up, guys? Wow. Patty Mahomes is down. Patty Mahomes is down. I don't know what to think right now. I'm a little upset. I think we all are. We can't have Patty Mahomes getting hurt on us. Hopefully, there's a lot of reports out right now. Hopefully, he'll be, maybe missing 1 or 2 games. Maybe not missing any games. We don't know. Probably looking at some missed games. What's going on, Elijah? What's up, Daniel? Hopefully, we're looking at 1 to 2 games. What's up, Justin? But what a blow. Patty Mahomes sucks. You know why I'm here. I do know why you're here. Melvin Gordon or Ekeler. Dude, you're rolling the dice each week on that one. Until somebody... I mean, if you need safety, go Ekeler. If you need a home run, go Melvin. But you're playing with fire each week. What's up, Seclan? I'm playing against Lindsay, and he got 2 points. Great. Start my birthday weekend. Happy birthday, Seclan. How old are you? 25? Young buck. Patty Mahomes really effed a lot of us today, but not his fault. Stupid coaching. What a dumb play call. You got a hurt quarterback, your franchise quarterback, and you send him out there. Madden curse is real. Maybe not. Maybe Mahomes misses 1 game. Thanks, Mark. Monty or Singletary? I go Singletary this week. Seclan's turning 23. Oh, man, Seclan, what I would give to be 23 again. Should I trade Dalvin and Thielen for Michael Thomas and Carlos Hyde? Dalvin and Thielen for Mike Thomas and Carlos Hyde. Yeah, you take Dalvin and Thielen, man, and you run for the hills. Should I play Keenan Allen, Gallup, Fitz, or Ridley in standard? Need 3. Keenan Allen, Fitz, or Ridley. So Keenan Allen and Gallup. And I'd probably go... Damn, that's a tough one. If Cooper's out, I go Gallup. If Cooper's playing, maybe I go Fitz and Ridley. But if Cooper's out, I go Keenan, Gallup, and Ridley, but that's damn tough. What's up, Ugly? He's out a minimum of 3 weeks. Is that confirmed, though, or are you speculating? Because there have been people that have played, I believe, I don't know about football, but have dislocated a knee and haven't been out 3 weeks. But I think it depends on the severity, how much trauma done to the knee. 3 weeks might be the standard timetable, but I expect him to miss at least 1 to 2 games. Maybe there's talk about him. When's their bye week? Anybody have that offhand? The KC bye week? Get the likes up. That's right. Hit that thumbs up. Wipe your feet when you come into the show's temporary home. Ryan or Goff? Probably Ryan, man, after last week. Should I trade James Conner for Melvin Gordon and AJ Green? Probably not. Right now, Conner's playing well. You could probably get more for Conner. Do I bench Boyd? Depends on for what, Matt. Pick 2 instead of Kamara this week. Melvin Gordon, Mixon, Gore, Murray. If Murray's starting, he's a pretty safe play. And then you probably go Gordon or Mixon. Flip a coin on that one. That one's so tough between those two. Kamara is probably not playing, Justin. So Aaron Jones or Dalvin Cook. You're going Cook, man. You can't sit Cook. If you need 2, you go Aaron Jones and Cook, and Kamara's probably not playing. Ligament damage could be out for the season. If there's ligament damage, you mean, Matt, because I don't know that anybody's going to give you any facts right now. They got to have test results come back, and I don't think those are back yet. You have a lot of people speculating, so let's be careful not to assume that he has ligament damage. He was walking pretty nicely to the locker room and into the locker room. And from a man that's had his knees explode in more ways than one, both of them, I know for a fact that if he tore his MCL in any serious way, he wouldn't be walking like he was walking. He wouldn't be walking gingerly to the locker room. If it's a mild MCL sprain, he might be able to walk. ACL tear, if it was a clean tear, he'd be able to walk. If there's trauma to the knee, he'd have so much swelling he couldn't walk. If it's PCL, probably so much swelling that he wouldn't have been walking so good. If it's just a matter of dislocation, then depending on the severity, he could be back in 1 week. I'm going to skip all these questions here and get to the bottom. Sorry, guys. Awaiting MRI, he's out a minimum of 3 weeks, and that's confirmed. That's going to be the general. If you dislocate your knee, you're out 3 weeks. But there's no minimum or maximum yet, bro, because look at what, Barkley's timetable was, 4 to 6, what was it, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, what was his timetable? And he came back in 3. There's no for sure on anything. We need to know severities. But you're probably right, 3 weeks is probably the most likely timetable if it's a full dislocation. Nothing confirmed. Not yet. Top 5 running backs for week 7. Look at my weekly rankings, bro. I got them up. Scary Terry or Golden Tate? I'm going Scary Terry. I'm not putting Terry on the bench anymore. Thanks, Harrison. You love the show. I love all of you. 5-5 when Mahomes comes back wouldn't even be that bad, says Matt. Damian gaining or losing value without Mahomes. I don't know that anybody gains value when Mahomes leaves the lineup, bro. Honestly, Hill got his still, but I don't know. Maybe if they go Hill and Wildcat, I'm going to be back on board. But I just feel like everyone's going to take a hit. Thoughts on Henderson this week? If he's starting or getting even 50-60% of the work, I'm ear to ear grin. I'm watching that game with some of the clan's snacks in hand. I'll go get a Dr. Pepper if I have to, and I'll be pumped and ready. Chase Edmonds or treat Cohen Edmonds. Does that kill the value of Hill and Watkins? Yes, it does. Watkins, I don't even know if Watkins has value right now. Love me some Singletary. Singletary. Tripping me up again. Panic time on D-Will. Probably already panic time. Panic time passed, bro. Should I go for Kelsey now? Matt, it depends on what you can get, man. Watkins says, I have value. You do have Watkins. I'm sorry. Mark Andrews or Hunter Henry? I go Andrews. Hunter Henry's been back 1 week, and everyone's crowning him top tight end. I like him. He was available in a lot of leagues because people dropped him, but I don't know that I'm that excited like everybody else. Baker or Darnold, backup QB? Probably Baker, but barely, and I could change my mind by tomorrow morning. So freaking tired of Baker not stepping up. Snacks for tonight, iced coffee and Pop-Tarts. Attaboy. Pop-Tarts because I didn't give you time to go get a snack, huh, Clan? Let's be honest. But Pop-Tarts are still doing it up. They're still doing it up. Sophistication-like fashion for Clan as snack time. Singletary or carry on this week? I go carry on to be safe, but I find a way to get Singletary in there somehow, man. I'm excited about him, but you got to be careful not to bench big-name players or anything like that. Robbie Anderson and Mixon. I go Robbie right now. Got offered T.J. Hawkinson and Hollywood Brown for Robert Woods. That could go either way, man. Probably rather have Woods right now. What's up, Michael? Robert Foster, Penny, or Madison? Robert Foster. Roster. I just make up shit when I see it sometimes. Roster, Penny, or Madison? Madison, by far. Prater, good kicker. Depends who's available, man. Is Prater even healthy? Smitty, as you know, I have Mahomes and Hill. I started KC defense against Wacko. Diggs or John Brown, flex player. You got to go Diggs right now, man. I know the matchup's there for Brown, but Brown's been banged up, and Diggs is coming off a big game. But as I didn't say last week, I should probably say this week, anything can happen, especially when it comes to Diggs or playing the Dolphins. Smitty, I traded Nick Chubb for Alvin Kamara. What are your thoughts? I think it could hurt you for a week or two, and then you should be good, but tough to say. I buy low on Kamara. I don't know that Chubb was buying low because Chubb's like ranked number 5 or 6 for all running backs moving forward. But I don't think you made like a huge mistake if you can weather through a loss or so. League source said if there's no ligament damage, the best case scenario is 3 weeks. That's what Shefty tweeted out. Right, and I believe you're probably right, big timer. I'm just saying don't be surprised if he beats that timetable. He's a young buck. but hopefully there's no ligament damage. I tend to worry that there is because your kneecap, I know what it's like to have your kneecap rip off your patellar tendon. Mine was floating around like a fish line with the patellar tendon as the worm, just hooked on the bottom, and my thigh that connects into the kneecap was the only part connected. The bottom was disconnected and ripped from my shin bone. And and that thing was floating in the bottom part of my thigh, like where you flex the bottom part of your thigh muscle. My kneecap was just floating around in there. Like I can move it around. There's so much swelling. And I'm telling you right now, it's hard for me to imagine my kneecap being on the side or around, moved around at all and not having some ligament damage or patellar tendon damage, because your patellar tendon is connected to the bottom of your knee. And I had to have that sucker sewed back on. So I'm really hoping that somehow I don't understand the dislocation part. I've never had my knee dislocated, but I had a doctor on my Instagram right after it happened. I went live at halftime, and the doc and I, what was funny is his Instagram handle is RSF 49ers, and we go live at halftime every Thursday night. So if you're missing that out, if you're not on my Instagram, you're missing out on that every single Thursday halftime show. And he's a doctor. He's a physical therapist, and he has his doctorate. And some idiot got in there and was like, "You guys are speculating. You're no doctors." And I'm like, "Dude, he is a doctor." And we put him in his place, but it's pretty funny. But we talked about how it was probably looking like a dislocation based on his assessment, and he nailed it. He also said that it's possible that you could dislocate it and play the next week. It's possible. It depends on how much damage there is and what kind of test results come back. But there's absolutely no way to know for certain how long he'll be out without the test results. So he's speculating, saying it's possible he could, weather through pain if it's all back to normal and just painful. A lot of dislocations, it is just pain, but we don't know if there's damage to the ligaments or damage to the patellar tendon. So really hard to say. The odds are he's not going to play the next game. When's their bye week? Did anybody look that up? When's Casey's bye week? I don't have that off the top of my head. What's up, Smitty? We'll know after the MRI tomorrow. Smitty, I got Adams and Hill and Mahomes. I'm destined to be without at least one of the top 3 picks the whole season. Who knows, man. Week 12 is their bye. Yeah, he's not sitting out till week 12. Thanks for the update there, guys. But hopefully he's okay. By week 12. What's up, brother? Yeah, I mean, go with the highest scoring kicker in your league, man. I'm not one that past the top kicker or two. I'm not one to do anything but play the highest scoring kicker that's available each week. And if I can get a guy that's in the top 3 or 4, I'll hold him all week or all year until he has a bye, then drop him for the next highest kicker. Evan Ingram or Ertz rest of the season. I'm going to say that is a toss-up, man. I'd rather probably have Ertz at this point, but I'm not going to lie. There could be a week or two of Jones finding Ingram consistently where I say, you know what, I'm on board. So I don't want to tell you that it for sure couldn't change, but do you think Tyreek stays afloat until Mahomes is back? I talked about that a minute ago, and honestly, man, I don't know. I don't have faith that Hill or Kelsey retain the value at the top of their tier. I think Hill could drop into the top of the second tier, maybe even further, and Kelsey's at the bottom of his tier 1 now. Kittle might have more value than Kelsey for the moment, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they find a way to get him the ball more. I don't know. I'm not going to rule it out. I just am not feeling great. And I've got Mahomes. Thank God I don't have Mahomes in every league because people snipe me left and right. But I got him in like 4 or 5 out of my 14 leagues that I have. And, I have Watson in a bunch of leagues too, so I'm excited that I at least have those seasons going strong, or those leagues. But I can still weather through it. In the Throne League, we lose Mahomes. Huge blow. We just traded Brady away for Ertz, and Ertz did nothing. That could look to be a mistake trade. Although I like Zeke a lot moving forward. Cook and Zeke are about neck and neck, and I think that Zeke has a little less risk. And we don't have Madison. We can't get Madison. The counselor's got Madison. He's not going to trade him. So I kind of feel like, I think we'll still do well, but we got to figure out an option at QB. We got to see if we can make a trade. I don't know if we're going to be able to make a trade. We might be able to trade one of our backup running backs or wide receivers. I don't know if we can. I'm not going to trade Hendy, but maybe if Hendy got some amazing value, we could trade him for, I don't know. Pick up Breeze. I wish he was available. Whoa. Dropped the phone there. I wish I could pick up Breeze. He's not available. Do you think the 49ers D will do better than the Patriots D? I think you just never bench the Patriots D, dude. News on Adams, not yet. I mean, we're just kind of waiting. Anybody see any news on Adams right now? Report it. Report it now. Report it. Report. We got reporters all over. And they drop all the goodness in the live. A lot of things break in the show while we're on the show, and it's because you guys are like national reporters here. Seclan Adams said his toe is 100% better, but unsure to play Sunday. That makes no sense. Not you, Seclan, but that he's saying that. Dante Pettis or Golden Tate. Golden Tate for me, but dude, anything can happen. Do I like Darren Fells? Yeah, I've been talking about Darren Fells as a good pickup. Does Kamara start? Probably not likely. Singletary this week? Absolutely, but depends on your options, man. Tannehill make Corey Davis relevant? Probably not, but anything's possible. Kelsey or Adams? I take Adams right now. Big Timer says ridiculous to sand. Love Singletary. I do too. And Mark, thank you for the super chat. What was your question? Did I answer it? Did I answer your question, Mark? I hope I did. You said Ingram or Ertz. Yeah, okay. Yes. Singletary is good, but we'll have a very limited snaps I read. I don't know, Brian, if that's accurate. It could be, but I think he's going to get worked a pretty decent amount. But, dude, anything can happen. Bye weeks are a killer. Yeah, bye weeks are a killer to start knee injuries to Pat Mahomes. Damn it. No Chubb, CMC, or Godwin. Yeah. Why not run one of your 12 running backs? I agree, Big Timer. Freaking idiot. Idiot coach. Smitty, ready to believe in Fournette yet? Not yet, Jake. And I've told people before that think that I'm going to change my tune on him. I'm not. Like, when he's on the field, he's very good. I've always said he's talented, but I don't believe he'll stay healthy, and I don't like his decision-making. I'm not saying he can't continue to do well. He could. It's possible. Hit that like button. Matt, drop Prescott or Kyler for Breeze. You don't drop Kyler. Kyler's playing as consistent as they come, and Dak's been pretty good all year. Breeze will be coming back kind of banged up. I think you keep Prescott and Kyler, man. Your ranking for Zeke and Aaron Jones. Evan, I'm going to say Zeke is top 2 or 3 this week, and Aaron Jones top 8 to 12. Lamar Jackson, you don't bench Jackson. I know Josh Allen's got the matchup, but I don't think you can bench Jackson. The Lizard or Crowder. I go probably that's a toss-up. Probably Crowder, but dude, I could change my mind any moment. Chi-Town, what's up? If Mahomes is out, would you go get Matthew Stafford against the Giants or Winston against the Titans? I'd probably go Winston, man. Sam Darnold rest of the season if Mahomes is out. I don't know. I wouldn't feel great about that, but I mean, there are worse options. Personally, I have to start the Lizard. Trade CMC for Dalvin Cook and Cooper Kupp. That's a tough one, but I don't know that I can trade Kamara, man, or Christian McCaffrey. I just don't think I can do it. But that's a damn good trade. What do you guys think of that? CMC or Dalvin Cook and Cooper Kupp? Which side would you rather have? It's freaking hard. It's like asking to trade Cook and Cup, says Nolan. Do you need a wide receiver, says Matt. Cooper. CMC probably, says Blue. Does Nick Foles get his job back when he retires? I don't think so. Depends how Minshew's playing though, right at that point. You know what I mean? Like he could be playing good all week and then or all year and then have 1 or 2 bad games and then Foles is, you know, healthy. That's how that works. 1-2 games that's the only buffer you get in the NFL, especially when you're not proven and you're just doing well for 1 year or half a year. Galladay versus Minnesota Chark. I go Galladay. I don't sit Galladay. Does Cam get his job back? Probably, but I don't know. D says Siclan spamming. Siclan can't spam, D, unfortunately, for anybody that thinks he's spamming. There are a couple of people that are immune from spamming, D. Hill for Bell. Yeah, I take Bell. Baby Shark. CMC is the man amongst boys. A man amongst boys. Traded Kamara, T.Y., and Josh Gordon for Mahomes, Chris Carson, and Chris Godwin. Just traded Kamara, T.Y., and Josh Gordon. So Kamara and T.Y. Yeah, I mean, I like that. Yeah. Sucks that he's hurt, though. Change your mind on Edelman. I mean, do I think he's worth what some people paid? Right now he is, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'll admit I'm wrong when I feel like I'm wrong. I'm not gonna like stick to my guns, but I feel like there's still a lot of time left. He's been playing great lately. I'll give you that, and he's capable of it. There's a lot, and it's not so much either, though. You know, like Gordon's hurt. AB came in and decimated Edelman's value, so we can't sit here and pretend everything has been the same since draft day. Like, what if I would have come to you when AB was playing and said, you believe me yet that Edelman's a bust at 4th round value? You'd have been like, shit, you're right. And then look what happens. Boom, Gordon's down. Boom, AB's gone. You know, so much has changed. It's not even the same question. It's like you're wearing clothing that went out of style and came back in style and you still have the clothes on. You know what I mean? Mark with the super. I love Sleeper U. Could you expand on you like Hopkins and McLaurin over Godwin and Odell? Okay, so that's a great question. Mark wants me to expand on this one. Mark with the super, man. Thank you for dropping that. Always appreciated, Mark. I like Hopkins. Okay, so here's the thing. Hopkins, I like over Godwin. I know a lot of people are going to say Godwin's playing better. You got to stick with Godwin. What's happened in the past to me doesn't matter. I know it tells a story of how a guy's matured and how he's playing and how he'll likely maybe continue to play. But Hopkins is not affected, in my mind, by his previous play. Not to mention he had 100 yards and 2 TDs in week 1. Let's not act like we've seen him completely bust. He just has been struggling to get a piece of a very big amount of action coming out of Houston, and I think he'll be fine. Now, you asked me earlier, Hopkins for Godwin and Odell, and I told you you can get more, and you came back and told me you could get McLaurin. I love that because I might trade Odell for McLaurin straight up. At this point, McLaurin's playing so well. I probably wouldn't. I probably would be stupid not to, but I'd probably be stubborn and say, no, I'm going to hold on to Odell. But when you're getting Hopkins over Godwin and you're getting McLaurin over Odell, I do it. And I think that Hopkins is the best player in the deal. And I thank you for the super chat. I don't know if you guys agree with me. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. But drop a comment below if you think that Hopkins and McLaurin is not better than Godwin and Odell. I personally would rather have Hopkins and McLaurin, but that's me. I'm curious to know what you guys think of that, though. Sony or Coleman for McLaurin? I trade Coleman for McLaurin. Try and keep Sony, I guess. Would I trade T.Y. for, I assume you mean Derrick Henry, and I probably would rather have TY and PPR, to be honest. Top 5 wide receivers rest of season. I'll just say I think Hopkins and MT, Mike Thomas, are probably my 1 and 2, and it's such a mixed bag from there, man. McLaurin for Hunter Henry. I take McLaurin. You're the Disley owner, though. I mean, if you need a tight end really bad, that's not a bad move. Bonifon or Armstead, end of the bench, I take Bonifon. 2 QB league, Stafford and Devonta Freeman for Russell Wilson. What do you think? Yeah, I take Russell on a 2 QB league. Godwin catches everything. He's a top 5 wide receiver, says Paulie Cat. I like Godwin a lot. I think Hopkins is going to start going off. I do too. 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 rushing. Benny Snell, college stats. Nice. I traded Hopkins for Fournette like 2 weeks ago. I would rather have Hopkins, but that doesn't mean that won't work out for you, man. Anything can happen. And Fournette's playing great. So Maverick. So I guess we have the same team, LOL, says Timer. Do I trade Kamara to get Barkley? Of course you do, Matt. Come on, Matt. Barkley's going to be top 3 on the way out for the rest of the year. Sutton, a sell high, absolutely. Depends what you can get, but sure. So Clan, I don't know where your message is. Let me see. So Clan, if you had a message, it's like 50 messages ago. I don't see it. Post it again, man. I can't go back up or I'm going to lose the pace of the show. So post it again. Trade for Bell after this week might be a good buy low. I'd take Bell this week. Thoughts on Darrell Henderson this week? I hope he gets 50-60% of the work. So Clan says, what player does not a lot of people have, but will be rushing to waivers to get? That would be Darrell Henderson. Past that, Madison's a guy that I continue to see available in an uncomfortable amount of leagues. Madison is definitely one, and Darrell Henderson. Love the show, Smitty. Thanks. Thumbs up, everyone, says Curtis. Thank you. Did he explain what he's doing outside? No, I like to change up the scenery, because if you see me, and I'm going running, so if you guys see me in the same place every time, I feel like it could get old, or you may get tired of the show. And I don't want you to get tired of the show. So I like to move around a little bit. So, no, you're the first one to ask me why I'm outside. I did have somebody in my comments of one of my YouTube videos when I did it from the car. He said, I can't take you seriously in the car, in the comments. I'm like, why? What's up with the car? I try and go live when I can in different places, because if I don't, then you guys don't see me remotely. Like if I just wait till I get to my studio, you get less shows. Why not go live while I'm out and about? Why not be real? Do you, Smitty, says Kyle. We need to get Colin Kaepernick. Honestly, I can honestly give you my assessment of Colin Kaepernick. I don't think the NFL... This is a touchy subject. I don't think the entire league is in cahoots to block him from being in the league. He did create a problem in the locker room and on the field. And for the NFL is not blocking him. Teams don't want to deal with his crap that he causes when there are other ways to do things according to a lot of people. I'm not trying to get political here or anything, but I just think that he didn't have enough talent to overlook any of the crap he was bringing to the table. He wasn't an elite quarterback by any means. Could he have been a backup? Probably, if he didn't cause so much trouble. But if I go to my work and I cause a scene at the water cooler every other week, and I'm like, we're going to kneel down at the water cooler and, cause some big disruption, at some point my boss is going to say, if that was where I worked. Fortunately, I work for you guys. But if I did work, let's say, at said building, typing up TPS reports and I would kneel down at a water cooler and disrupt everybody while they're trying to walk into work and get signed in and all that, I would probably expect that if everything was equal between me and another person, they would probably let me go and grab that person. That's life. Should I pick up Johnny Manziel or the Dolphins D I'm playing? Pick up Antonio Brown. What's Kamara's situation? We don't know. Probably not going to play. Smitty, we're going to need you to work overtime. Thank you. Thank you, Lumberg. Where's Umberger? Should I sell high on Fournette now? I would, but it depends. If you can't sell like super high, then don't. He's playing great, but I would sell high. But that's me. I'm going to call Phoenix Police Department. You look like you're in a sketchy area. Don't worry, I'm fine. Any news on Adams? What if I told you this is my backyard? It's not, but that would be funny. I'm like, Seclan, I'm in my own house. I'm not, though. I'm going running. I'm not in a bad neighborhood at all, actually. Look. You still worried about me, Seclan? It's not a bad neighborhood. It's nice. Umberger probably bought an island. He is chilling. I have Watson, QB, what was that? Darnold, oh yeah. I traded Carson, Terry, and Cooks for Devontae Adams, Robinson, Carson, Terry, Cooks. I mean, it's hard to judge that one. Smitty, true American hero. Thank you, Jeff. No, it's not my backyard, big timer. I wish it was. I was just showing. So Clan said he looked like I was in a sketchy neighborhood, so I was just showing him that I'm not. Watson, the number 1 QB for right now until further notice. Absolutely. Gore or Breda? Probably Breda, because Gore might. I mean, dude, anything can happen on that. I'm in Phoenix though, so you're gonna hear police a lot. There's always a transient or two walking around in Phoenix, so even if you're in a nice neighborhood. Is Antonio Brown worth a roster spot? You know what? If you are in a deep, deep league where you have crap on your bench, like I don't even want to say a name because I know that name will go off this week. It always happens to me. I don't know. Corey Davis, let's say. Somebody mentioned that earlier. Like maybe in a league where you're rostering Corey Davis on your bench, Antonio Brown could be worth it. Who knows? Jose says get a life. Who are you saying get a life to? Who are you talking to, Jose? You talking to me? 5-1 in all 3 of my leagues, and I have you to thank. Thank you, Curtis. Jordan says Ekeler, PPR? Huh? Are you saying Jordan Howard or Ekeler? I don't know what you're saying there. Matt, what are your thoughts on Fells? I like Fells. I talked about him on my ad drop last week, actually. Not even this week. Last week and this week. Jose, just checking. Ha. Checking with what? Did I get a life? I'm not understanding. I don't know what you're talking about. You're confusing me. Julio's decline not happening for another year, says Jordan. What's a good buy low to trade for on Sutton? Singletary, a package deal. 1-5 with Christian McCaffrey. Oh my God, what happened to the rest of your team? Because you must have hit some injuries, man. Even the beast can save me. Even the beast can't save you. You mean? You might want to trade him, man. You might want to go get Hopkins and let's help him out. Christopher, tell me the team. Tell me the running backs of the guy who has Hopkins. Tell me what running backs the Hopkins owner has. And if you say you own Hopkins, I'm gonna toss the chair I'm sitting in. Not really. It does sound like I'm in a bad neighborhood. It's like police and choppers everywhere, car being broken into, transients walking by. What is Jose saying? Peace out, suckers. What are you doing? What, like, honestly, Jose, I'm asking you a serious question. What am I saying in here? Trying to help you out with questions and stuff. What am I saying in here that's really bothering you that bad? Are you in here to just cause a fight, get upset? Like, what is it, Jose, that really has you mad? Like, what have I done to you? I'm just curious. Who would you trade for straight up for Kamara? Who would I trade for straight up using Kamara? Hopkins, I'd try that. Hopkins. Mike Evans, maybe. Just because if Kamara's out a couple weeks or a week. He's probably out 1 week and probably comes back the next week. And when's their bye week? When can anybody tell me when the Saints bye week is? Is it week 8 or 9 or 10? I feel like it's in 8, 9, or 10. Would it be dumb to start Fells over Hawk? No, but it's tough. Tough call. John Brown, Singletary, McLaurin. You can't bench McLaurin. Put him in there, and then if Brown's totally healthy, looks ready to go, like let's say they show him in warm-ups and he's like doing like 100 push-ups, squats, riding a bike off the track, dunking on the field goal post, then you know the matchup is screaming for him. But it's tough. It's tough starting a guy that's banged up. Dalvin Cook, Ingram, and Drake. I don't know what that's answering. Fournette, too much for Evans? No, I don't think so. I mean, most people would rather have Fournette, so you could ask for more. Week 9, thank you, Joseph. Lockett, Diggs, Ridley, Gallup, or McLaurin. Pick 3. Lockett. I don't know, Sonny. What the hell? Those are all the same player. You got to make a trade, Sonny. I don't think I can help you. I'm going to get this wrong. There's no way to get this right even half the time. But on a regular basis, I would say Lockett, McLaurin, and then you got to pick each week between Ridley, Diggs, and Gallup, and you're not going to get that right even half the time. No way you could get that right even half the time. And you got to kind of go with Diggs right now because of how big he showed up last week. Devonta Freeman's a pretty good sell high, Sand. I wouldn't sell him anything but high, though. Ball is life. Do I still like McLaurin if Haskins starts? I do. And they played together in college, right? So, I mean, there's rapport there. What do you do with Diggs? I think you sell high if you can. Timer with the super chat. Thanks for all you do, Smitty. Shout out to the chat. Thank you. Much love. Thank you very much. Ekeler or McLaurin. I probably go Ekeler, man. He's been going crazy. And now that he's kind of died down a little bit, I don't think I jump ship just because he's had a couple of mediocre games. I know that Melvin Gordon's back. Probably a correlation there. But it's hard for me to dump Ekeler. He's been playing great all year. And it's not like Melvin Gordon is looking like... I don't know. What do you guys think? McLaurin or Ekeler? Cheers to the show. Thank you. That's a tough one. I shouldn't say Ekeler yet. I need to think on that. I think it depends if you need a running back. Scary. Got 1 vote for Scary, 2 votes for Scary, 1 vote for Ekeler. I didn't know we had gone McLaurin crazy. How have we not, Mark? I mean, he's been going crazy. Ekeler might be better than Gordon. You know what? I don't know at this point what to think. 7 says, is Scary Terry a great nickname? Yes. So start him. It's true. Hazel, Scary Spice is McLaurin's mom. Really? No. I don't know if I'm being gullible here. I think Melvin Gordon bounces back. people freaking out way too much. Wes, I hope you're right, and I've not written him off yet. So I want to make that clear. I'm just waiting for him to show signs of life, and then I'm back on board. I'm not jumping ship yet. I'm just worried and waiting. You know what I mean? Like, when are we going to see it? Breda and Coleman, the new running back like Atlanta 3 years ago. Yeah, maybe. David Montgomery or Matt Breda rest of season. I'm going to go with David Montgomery. It might take him still another week or two. I don't know. But I think eventually he gets going. I really believe he will. Ekeler is probably the future of the Chargers. I doubt the Chargers resign. You're thinking Melvin. Are we seeing Raiders tight end Foster in a progressive breakout? I don't know. I'm thinking if you have Bell and Mahomes, Mark's answering somebody's question. Thank you, Mark. Pettis' good game with Samuel out, maybe. Yeah, RSF 49ers, the guy I went live with, the doctor and physical therapist that I went live with at halftime, which I do every single halftime. I go live on Instagram. He and I talked about Mahomes' injury right after it happened on my Instagram live. Actually, I joined his Instagram live. We rotate. And, he talked a lot about Pettis being a good buy low and breakout this week because he's a 49er page. So I'd listen to him. He knows a lot about the 49ers. Smitty, as a Cards fan, I like Chase Edmonds more than DJ. Much shiftier. I don't know if I'd say that, San, but he's definitely good. And if he ever had to start, he'd produce really good numbers. I don't know if I'd call him better than DJ, though. DJ is so talented. But, arguments are can be made on a lot of this stuff. Keenan Allen, a buy low? Probably, and I'm a guy that doubted him a lot this year. Mahomes is done for the season, you think, Kyle? I hope not, Kyle. It depends on the ligament damage. He was walking awfully good, though. But that's not to say you can't walk with a torn ACL. If you tear your ACL, what a lot of people don't understand about ACL injuries is ACLs, you can't feel an ACL tear. You can feel the pop and the vibration of that, and, sometimes the ACL, if it snaps like a rubber band, it can get caught in the joint, and then when you try and lock the joint, it gets in the way like a rubber band would. But there's no pain with the actual tearing of the ACL. But you have tremendous pain when you tear your MCL. That's the most probably painful of the ligaments. The LCL on the opposite side, the outside ligament of the knee, that is very, very, very painful as well, but not as painful as the MCL, especially in my experience. Dislocating your knee, I tore my patellar tendon off my kneecap, and it was completely torn off. They had to sew it back on. The bottom part of the kneecap had to be attached to the patellar tendon, which goes into your shin bone, kind of. And that's extremely painful too, like so painful. If he tore any of those things, there's definitely a chance he misses time or could be out the year. If he just dislocated the knee, which I'm not 100% sure you can do without ligament damage, I don't know. I've heard you can, but I'm not a doctor. I had a doctor on, we talked about it, and he did say that there's a potential that if you dislocate your knee, you could even play the next week, potential, depending on the severity and the pain and your pain tolerance. But we don't know. If there's ligament damage at all, he's looking at missed games because you can make that worse. You got to let it heal. Kamara and Lat Murray for D-Hop. I take D-Hop, but that's me. I could see somebody arguing with me on that one, honestly. Season is over for KC. If Mahomes is out, yeah. What QB do you pick up if Mahomes is out? Drew, I can't answer that unless I know who's on waivers, bro. But you could look for Josh Allen's oftentimes dropped, and especially this week against, such a great matchup. Sam Darnold's a good pickup. It's true. Big timers got you there. Brisket. Pick up the Briskinator.
Kamara is probably 70%, and he's in Chicago. That's another reason. It's a good point. Montgomery or Josh Jacobs the rest of the season? Jacobs. I mean, I could be honest. I can be unbiased. You gotta go Jacobs. Sutton for Ty. I take Ty in a heartbeat. Not that Sutton can't continue, but Ty is a number one wide receiver to me, and Sutton I don't think is quite there yet. Yeah, because he's playing Chicago, that's a good reason that they will rest him. I agree with you, Sand. I like Monty more now for some reason, says Kyle. I mean, I want Monty, and I'm rooting for Monty. And one big game from Monty, and we're back on the Monty, like, is an every week starter path. I'm not giving up on him. I haven't cut him in one league or sold low. I just benched him or started him, in the right situations. Like when my team, is struggling at flex or something like that. I have other injuries. Trade Breda for John Brown. Alex, probably keep Breda for the moment. Although I like John Brown. Get rid of Gurley. You should have already done that, Mark. Smitty, DJ for Edelman and TY. That's pretty good. Those are 2 wide receivers, Matt, if you needed 2 wide receivers and you didn't need a running back. But I don't think I'd trade DJ in general. But if you had loaded running backs, you could afford to do it, you needed wide receivers, then it would make sense. But Monty and Singletary right here. I agree, Sand. I love both, but I just wish they'd both get a lot of run. And Monty did get run the week prior and didn't deliver, but you can't really blame that all on him. It's flow of game, the carries they gave him, the play calling. Do you like Nelson against Cowgirl this week? Watkins is asking. I like Nelson's okay. Seclan, stat line for Dalvin and Rodgers this week. Dalvin, 110 rushing and a touchdown, 30 receiving yards. Aaron Rodgers, 302 with 1 interception. Edelman and Patriots D for Jacobs and Ravens D. I take Edelman and the Patriots D. Miles Sanders, Hendy, or Lat Murray flex. I think you go Lat Murray to be safe if Kamara's out, but you wouldn't be crazy to go Hendy if they announce Hendy's getting 60-70% of the work. Then I'm probably all in on Hendy, but I don't think we're going to hear that. I mean, the Rams are so dumb with their running back situation, and they're so cloudy with it and deceitful. Parker says Jacobs is top 10 running back rest of season. I don't blame you, Jake. Or Jake. Parker. I'm about to call it, guys. It's a late night. I just want to get on here and talk a little bit with you guys. We're already 48 minutes in. Hard to leave with 164 of you watching. Please hit the thumbs up with only 60 thumbs up. I'd appreciate it if you guys could punch it for me. Later, Sand. Okay, rapid fire. I'm going to answer 10 questions. Go. And hit the thumbs up on your way out, please. Great stream, Smitty. Thank you. I thought Sean McVay was a genius. Yeah, I thought so too. But he's not. Good live. Thank you, Jacob. Would you be okay with Bell, Aaron Jones, and D-Mon as your running back crew? Yeah, it depends on your wide receivers, though. Melvin and Odell for Kamara. I think I like Melvin and Odell more, especially with Kamara being banged up. Is Kamara Hunt worth a spot, or Kareem Hunt worth a spot? Yeah, I think so. Zeke and Howard for Jacobs and Fournette. I take Zeke. If you're struggling at your second running back, Jacobs and Fournette's pretty good value. But if it's a small upgrade, like if you have a good third running back and you're going to just be swapping that person out for Jacobs, then I'd rather have Zeke in there. Big timer, I'll let you know how bad on Sunday. Thanks for your time, man. Thank you, Vanilla. Mixon or Melvin
This week I go Melvin, myself. Sell high on Aaron Jones. Yes or no? It depends what you can get, man. But yeah, I'm thin at wide receiver. Do I start Fitz or Boyd? I probably go Fitz if you want to play it really safe, and if you want high upside but more risk, Boyd. Boyd could have more appeal. Kirk, I don't know the status in Kirk, to be honest with you. I haven't checked. If anybody has that, please post it. Is Kareem Hunt worth a roster spot? Yep. Trade targets to flip Diggs for. I do a package deal for Diggs. I don't know that you'll get what you want out of Diggs, so I do a package deal. I'm walking to the car. Peace out, doobie. DJ for banged up Kamara. I'd probably rather have DJ at the moment because we don't know if Kamara's injury will linger, but in a week from now, I'll probably tell you I like Kamara more, and unfortunately, you got to make the call now. Monty or Frank Gore, I go Monty. And that's going to put a wrap on it, guys. I appreciate all of you. Please hit subscribe if you've never subscribed before. Helps the show out. And please hit the thumbs up on your way out. 76 thumbs up. I'd love to have 100 when we got 166 in the room. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that I'll be live Sunday morning 1 hour before kickoff, as I do every single Sunday morning. 1 hour before on this channel, the YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I go live. But there's 2 times you can find me every single week on a consistent basis. You can find me almost every night on YouTube, but consistently you can count on me at 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, because I go on my CBS Sports radio show hour, and I stream that live. So 10 p.m. Eastern Wednesday, and 1 hour before kickoff on Sunday. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate all of you.